Welcome to Rap Link, the Missing Link, Episode 1. Today we got a special guest. We got Eddie Blanco from Alive Raps in the rap shirt. How are you doing today, sir?
Good. Thank you for having me. Everything's well. Right now it's a little chilly, but I'm indoors, so I'm happy.
I hear you. Thank you for coming on the show. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what your businesses are, where you're located.
Sure. So I'm actually located right now in Corona. So most of my business I do is in Southern California, but I do travel to all the local areas, San Diego, Los Angeles, Riverside, all around, and also across the country. But I do mostly installations, mobile installations. That's what I'm known for, and
Nice.
that's what Alive Wraps is known for. I do have, I do actually um, uh, offer printing and designing and all that stuff that a local shop would normally offer, but I mostly cater to them and also anybody else that just directly needs the installation part of it.
Nice.
And yeah, and then I got my new buddy here wearing the rap shirt. That's a new tool that I created for the industry as installers, more importantly. And it's a shirt that is a lint-free, anti-static shirt that I created. Just to help me as an installer try to get a better output for the end user, which is the client, and yeah, and it helps me out with trying to keep myself looking and being looking professional and also being professional by having this special shirt that keeps me clean and lint free, and the anti-static part actually helps me out from getting shocked.
Nice.
And
How many, how long has rap shirt been around?
So it's still a baby. It's still in it's evolving as it goes, and I think it's still gonna evolve as time goes on in the future. But it's only been out since the beginning of last year. No, not the beginning. Sorry. I founded the company in March, but then the shirt was actually in out for sale around April. No, like May or June, something like that.
Nice.
Um, but it was only available on social media, Instagram, Facebook, and that's the only place that it's actually available right now too. Um, until I get the website going. But as of right now, it's just me and just my assistant trying to do everything that I can with this extra side project that I have going on. Because
Nice. Yeah,
yeah, rapping is basically takes most of my time.
I hear you. I'm kind of in the same boat. Still running a shop and then also working on Rap Link here. You do have a couple new versions of the shirt I've seen, a little bit more breathable ones.
Yeah. So basically, as time went on and my testing went with the rap shirt, as it evolved, I actually added different features to it, more pockets, and actually some ventilation areas with mesh and key locations, mostly in the parts where normally your body would normally get hot. So it
Nice.
keeps your body a little bit more ventilated in the back areas, side areas, armpit areas. Um, so as of right now, that's the latest design and the latest features to it, but there's a few other things that are coming out that are pretty cool. So I'm waiting
Nice.
to reveal those out to the public. And obviously, you've seen the new colors that has come out too. So, and that's only I think three that has only been seen: the red one and the teal and the black one. But there's more to, hopefully come.
I'm excited to see them. Yeah, I need to get on one of those teal ones. It's perfect for our brand here.
Yeah. So those actually are, when those are coming to production, they're gonna have some special new features to them, and they're not in production yet. But my good friend Vinyl Vixen, she represented it very well in her social medias, and it looks really good on her. And I think a lot of other females and anybody else that likes that color, they're gonna like that the option of having those a different color rather than just black.
Nice.
Oh, which I see that you have one of our versions. I'm just looking at you
Yep.
right now. That, yeah. So I love that. That's actually one of my original ones, and I could tell because it doesn't have the embroidering logo on it.
Yeah. Yeah. This is
Yeah.
one I got from you, RapsCon last year.
Yeah, that's actually the first time that I introduced it into the public at that show. No, yeah, RapsCon in Indiana.
Nice. Yeah, I
Yeah,
like it. It definitely does everything you say it does. So,
awesome.
all right. Move on to some questions here. First, how and why? How'd you get into the industry and why are you still here?
Okay, so basically, back in the day, I was living next to a friend that had a print shop, and he needed some help. And I was young back in, and I was in the middle of transitioning from one job to another, and he came at the perfect timing for me to just simply say yes. And so when I went in there and I saw those machines, and it was mostly for the printing part. I saw some 10-foot machines, some Cytex, some roll-ins, HPs, all that stuff, and I fell in love. I was like, yeah, this is kind of where I need to be. Because before then, I was working like in a construction job, and I was going to try to be a contractor and build houses, but instead, I decided to go my artistic direction and go this way. And this is I'm glad that I did because it doesn't even seem like if I'm working sometimes. It just seems like if I'm having too much fun.
Yep, just playing with stickers. Love
Yeah.
it. What advice would you give to somebody trying to enter the industry?
So basically just, come in and be humble about everything. And if you like it, you'll know immediately. And if you don't, just move on. But like if you do decide to stick around and enjoy what the whole industry decides to offer, I'd say just open your mind to everything and absorb everything you can because you never know when you'll end up using that knowledge into something else because every day you learn something new. And even at this point, I'm still learning. Um, and that's the cool thing about the industry. It never gets boring.
Not
And
only that,
so,
but I mean, we're so close to other industries. Like I myself, I started in window tint and kind of through a big circle ended up commercial wraps is where I wanted to be.
yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
so I went through window tint, paint protection, color change wraps until I finally found my place in the industry. So,
Yeah. And so, I mean, there's so many things that you could do within it that I'm sure that once you're in it, you'll find something that you'll fall in love with, immediately. Because it's all just, if you're a creative individual, I think this is kind of the area where you need to be at.
yeah, definitely. Perfect. So, aside from advice for people getting into the industry, what advice do you see that you think people should ignore?
So basically, people that getting in the industry should ignore, the naysayers, the people that are going to end up um, putting you down because there's a lot of competition out there, and a lot of people are going to want to defend their jobs just like any other industry out there. So, be in there, be humble, and try to learn as much as you can, and only listen to the people that are going to be uh, trying to make you grow as an individual in the industry or teach you, what they know and the proper ways and try to go to the proper locations, whether if it's classes or, there's so many opportunities and so many locations that you can obtain knowledge nowadays that even on, I wouldn't say YouTube, but like, there's certain um, videos out there that you can actually look at and you get a lot of good tips. And that's the kind of advice that as a newcomer should listen to. Um, sometimes not all advice is the best advice though. So make sure as you grow and you learn for yourself, and you as an individual pick and find out what works best for you.
Yeah, definitely. And I agree. Like, there's so much good training out there. Um,
Hmm.
uh, it just needs more motivation for people to want to do it.
Yeah. Hmm.
All right. So, what are 1 to 3 things that differ in your role now as owning multiple businesses compared to when you first entered the industry?
Um, so right now, basically, um, running 2 companies is it's not as bad as it sounds. It sounds like it could be a lot of headache, but I kind of molded myself like that because I already put in the hard work in the beginning of when I first learned everything. I think in the beginning, it's a lot harder when you're learning everything and absorbing all the knowledge and trying to, perfect it for yourself. That's when it's harder because at this point in my career, even when I'm rapping, it seems like if it's automated. Um, so in a way, it's easier, even though what I'm doing is a lot harder, if that makes sense, you know.
Yep. Yeah, going
So,
from just an installer to everything, wearing all the
yeah,
hats.
yeah, and basically, well, in the beginning, I started off as a printer, so I got to learn everything in the printing side of it. Um, that was my main focus, to be a printer, be a printing technician, and I got to
Nice.
I got to learn and be a part of all of that side of it. And then as installation goes, it was always hand in hand with printing, um, but yeah, it's like the installation has always was always it seemed to be always like of a hobby to me rather than work, and then printing part seemed more work. So now I'm doing like the hobby part, and then the printing part, I honestly I don't even worry about it too much because I just sub it out to my local friends or print shops that are around here.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. How has a past failure or perceived failure set you up for success later in your career? And what steps did you take to turn that into a success?
Okay, so as I was moving on with my career in the printing side, I actually saw firsthand a lot of failure that other business owners made. So that internally um, put things into perspective in my own mind. So I don't know that, maybe not to do certain things. And I did witness, companies come and go as I was in the printing side. And also now, catering to a lot of the print shops and even wrap shops, I do still see same thing. But um, the firsthand experience that I witnessed and I absorbed, that knowledge actually set me up for a cautious success that I'm having right now, as far as like don't make certain mistakes, based on what I've already seen in the past that other people have made. And I try not to overstep my boundaries. I don't like try to over exhaust my workload and fail at the end. I try to maintain everything where I know that I can personally handle and do my best at it, because I don't like to do things half-assed. I like to, when do things, I make sure that I get them done, and get them done as best as possible. And I think that's one thing that really does set me apart, as far as when I come across even other installers around here. It seems like the mentality part of it, there's a different mentality over, having like a 9 to 5 where you're only focused on your hours versus having like the passion or the you're doing it for a reason because that's what you do.
Nice. I like that. I don't think a lot of people realize like the value of working in different businesses. What you can actually learn. You can learn the right thing. You can learn the wrong thing. You can learn
Hmm.
exactly how you want to mold your business when you do go out on your own versus just opening up before working for anybody else and trying to figure it out on the way.
Yeah. And that really helped me out as far as that was concerned.
Nice. What non-monetary investments, personal or in business, have you made that have set you up for success today?
So basically my time in
Yes.
certain places with certain people and spending that time, whether if it's, being there, putting that extra hour of work, um, free of charge, or simply just being there for another friend that needs help because their printer's down, and I go over there and I just invest some of my time just to help them out to keep them back up and running, because I know that eventually that printer could eventually feed some work to me. So all those little things that I do throughout my day, whether if it's through a text, simply following up with someone, or sending, you know, um, stopping by and saying hi to people, all those things are investments in my that I consider that cost nothing, but in the long run, it does really help out. And to try to get more work and be more of be successful in kind of like the niche that I'm at.
Nice. What is something relatively small that you have included in your products or services that has made a significant impact?
Um, so something relatively small. Honestly, like, there's always that little extra, like I mentioned, that little extra touch of care that I put in every project that I do. Either if it's like from um wiping down the windows after I install the wrap to make just to simply make it all look a lot better looking than when it came in, to all those little things that people may not think of but actually do matter, because there's some clients out there that are um, they'll spot things that you do extra for them, and they really do appreciate those things. And that's what I try to include, and not just when I'm there to get paid for, but I always try to do extra things, whether if it's either extra work, and sometimes I'll even bring extra donuts to the shop,
Nice.
and that's a good gesture on itself, because I like to be a good team player.
You can never go wrong with donuts.
Yeah.
What is something relatively inexpensive, think under $100, that has made a positive impact on your life and or business?
um so basically, I don't know, that's a good question, but if I would say, if I would add the wrap shirt, less than 100
Nice.
bucks,
Yep.
that actually has changed my as far as business has impacted me a lot, because I've actually um, through that I've been able to meet a lot of people, and you
I was going
know,
to say,
um,
from my perspective, like I met you as Eddie from the Rap Shirt before I
yeah,
knew Eddie from Alive Raps. So
exactly. So
definitely
even,
connected
yeah, that
us.
exactly, that this little shirt right here, um, it's a little thing that I've been working on for a while, um, but the most important thing about it is that it's not just as a tool. It's like, it's a shirt and all that stuff, but it means that connection that brings people to each other. That that's something that's actually engraved in the tag of the shirt. If you see it on the back, very back fine print, it says the shirt that unites us all.
Nice.
Because it's something that I think that we can all relate to, as far as like, because us as installers, whether if it's tint, PPF, wrap, or any of that stuff, we all use those special tools. that only us installers use. And honestly, like this is probably one of those tools that across the board anybody could use too. Um, so and it could really and it's connected a lot of people. Not just myself, but even like within the industry, other people talking about, their shirts and how, their projects, and they share their stuff on their social media, wearing their stuff. So it's all just positive stuff that um, this less than $100 shirt has brought me. Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. So, what is something that you believe wholeheartedly that others might disagree with?
Um, let's see. So there's this one technique of rapping that I feel that's like kind of like a here or there. I like to feed my raps. Other people like to tent and heat and push, right? So I think that's the one thing that I can think of um, that people go back and forth of, what is the best method, whether to spend more time feeding and making it look like that, or spending less time um, tenting it and heating it and pushing it, but potentially failing, you know? So those are the things, those are the two things that I think, um, the only thing that I can think of, I guess there's so many other things, but right now that's kind of the top of my head.
Nice. Yeah, you do see that a lot. Next question. When you feel overwhelmed or unfocused, what steps do you take to refocus? And this could be in business or just in life in general.
Um, so I just come back to my family and, uh, you know, bring it all back down and then think about what's actually important, why I'm doing everything, and I just sit down and sit down with my kid and talk to my daughter, and the family means the world to me. So as
Nice.
far as as long as I'm always doing it for them, um, that always keeps me focused and realigns me as to why I do what I do.
Good deal. Do you take them with you when you do travel installs?
Back then I used to, but with our new baby, um, we're waiting for him to just kind of grow up a little bit more, and then he'll probably end up joining us along with, you know, uh,
Nice.
you know, my fiance. So hopefully, we'll be a little traveling bunch for only a certain projects, not everything, obviously.
Yeah. How old's your youngest?
So he's about to be 2 years old.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, traveling with a baby that young is hard.
Yeah.
I've got a 1 year old, a little bit over one, and you have to take so much stuff.
Oh, I know, right? And he's so used to sleeping in his crib and all that. Just a sleeping arrangement sometimes is a hassle.
Yeah. Actually, we were
Yeah.
just in Orlando this past weekend, and I was getting everything out of the hotel room, walked right by the pack and play, still up, left it. So I got to take another
Yeah.
trip up there this weekend to go pick that up.
Oh, yeah. Hey, there's some fresh snow that just came in here. I'm thinking about going back out
Nice.
there and doing a little cabin retreat again with the family. That was nice. I did that not too long ago and very relaxing. Those are the kind of things that, refocus me and, set me back just, those couple of days. Does the
I've been
trick.
in Florida now for since 2018. I haven't seen snow. I mean, I was in North Carolina before that, so like we rarely got snow. So it's been a long
Yeah.
time.
Oh yeah. Oh, yesterday it was snowing here for a minute or two. It was the
Nice.
weirdest thing in Southern California, certain areas. Obviously everybody saw how everybody was freaking out.
Nice. All right, so last question. What are some habits or behaviors that have positively impacted your life?
Um, So one of the biggest things is to stop drinking. Even though that's a personal thing, that's really impacted my life as far as business wise and family wise. But yeah, that I think that did a whole 360 from when I remember when I was to when I stopped. Um, so that's a personal thing that not too many people know about me, but the people around here that do know me, they've noticed, a significant positive change. Um,
Nice.
so yeah, I think that's a really good one that I think, it's a good one to share.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing, not only health wise, but uh, just mentally, just not messing with your state of mind. Definitely
Hmm.
can only be positive.
Yeah. Mhm. So yeah, that and having my one more thing, obviously my baby.
Yes, yeah,
Because I have an older one. She's about to be 18, about to leave the nest and everything. So, having a new baby uh, kind of charged me back up too. So all of that was just a huge recharge into where I'm at right now.
nice. Yeah, I've seen the difference since my son was born. Like, I'm trying to go down to 4 day work weeks, not work weekends, make sure I'm home before he goes to bed, um, making sure everything gets done. Like, it does change like your
Hmm.
everyday. Um,
Yeah. Hmm.
but all right, sir, that was the last question. With that said, do you want to let everyone know where they can find the live wraps and the wrap shirt online?
Yeah, for sure. So, if you want to follow me on Instagram, you could do the wrap shirt, and Alive Wraps. If you do Facebook, same thing, the wrap shirt and um, also Alive Wraps. And I think on Facebook is Wrap Shirt also, or the Wrap Shirt is both of them. And then as far as the websites, I'm gonna have to revamp both of them. Their Alive Wraps is down. I honestly, um, need to get all that back up and going, but so busy with so many things that sometimes I just need to, I forget to do those simple chores, you know.
Yep.
So I need to get that one back up, but and also the wrap shirt, that one's up, but I need to get that going so you can buy some shirts online through the website too.
Awesome. Thank you, Eddie, for coming on. It was good talking to you.
Yeah,
Look
no
forward
problem.
to the next time we run into each other. Will you be at ISA?
Yeah, I think so. If not, I'll try to make. I'm always going to try to make some of those print shows, not just too many of the rap shows, but like as many as I can now, especially with the rap shirt. I'm going to try to get out there more and hopefully see you out there too.
Yep. Nice. Yeah. We actually just secured our booth, so we'll be there in the wrap experience. So excited for that.
Oh, nice.
Hope
Oh,
to
that's
see you
very
out there,
nice.
sir.
Yeah.
Have a great rest of your week. And yeah, have a good night, sir.